Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Smackdown and AEW Rampage Ring Report. Coming up, we talk about what's going on the Blue Brand on SmackDown. As you see these matches right here, the Usos defend the Tag Team Championship, the Undisputed Tag Team titles against Riddle and Nakamura. Riddle and Nakamura get revenge on their respective teams to get the Tag Team Championship. We'll see on that. Plus two, a six-pack Women's Championship challenge match. As you see these six lovely ladies compete for the Women's Championship. Who's the next challenger in line to take on Riley Ronda Rousey for her Women's Championship? We'll talk about that. And two, on Rampage, we see the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks be in action as well. The Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks take on an instant classic, as well as Kiera Hogan takes on the debuting Adina. And two, Scorpio Sky defends his TNT Championship, his what he likes to call Genie, against Dante Martin. We'll get to that. And two, we just found out breaking news that CM Punk has relinquished the AEW World Championship. What's going forward with CM Punk? What's next for him? We'll talk about it as the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for watching the Pro Wrestling Show here on Connect TV on YouTube. We thank you for watching here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We have some breaking news to report that CM Punk, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, has relinquished his championship. CM Punk said due to injury, he is relinquishing the championship that he just won at Double or Nothing, defeating Heyman Adam Page. We thank you for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. As we have you coming in, we're just reporting that AEW World Champion CM Punk has relinquished the championship, and now we're getting reports that the World Championship will be determined sometime down the road. CM Punk will still be the AEW champion, but there will be an interim champion coming forward. What that means is CM Punk still be AEW champion, but he will face whoever the interim AEW champion in a unification match. I'm kind of a little bit not shocked at all, but CM Punk, a lot of rumors was going around. CM Punk was hurt and injured due to his match against Heyman Adam Page. We don't know what the quite specifics of what his surgery is at the moment, but hopefully we hope he gets better as time too. But we'll get to the latest coming up later on in the show. Thank you all for joining us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host as always, Kenny Dix here. Like I said, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here. We love it when you subscribe. We want you to subscribe more. Subscribing is better than you know what. And we thank you all for watching. So hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We want to keep you covered on what's going on. We told you earlier that CM Punk has relinquished the World Championship. It's unfortunate he just got into his title reign, and we'll talk about it in a little bit later on in the show. All right, let's get to the SmackDown ring report. Quickly on SmackDown. Not too many matches on SmackDown tonight, but this was the card right here. You see right here, the tag team champions, the Usos, defend their titles against Riddle and Nakamura. Riddle and Nakamura vowing vengeance from the respective teams. Riddle, who was in that Rated Arcade Bro with Randy Orton. Randy Orton hadn't been seen since the unification match after the Usos won the tag team titles, as well as for Nakamura, Rick Bruce and him was going for the SmackDown tag team titles. Rick Boogs had called the Usos caused the injury for Rick Boogs, so Rick Boogs wasn't there. plus to a sensational six-pack women's championship match challenge. Who's next in line to become the next challenger for Ronda Rousey Women's Championship? Only time will tell on that one. But we kick things off with the New Day and Drew McIntyre. New Day and Drew McIntyre drew a new ally to the New Day, and Drew making it seem like he's back on SmackDown. Drew McIntyre announced his intentions that he wants to challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Undisputed Championship at Clash at the Castle, that big event that coming Labor Day weekend in September. So Drew McIntyre putting his name in the hat that he wants a championship match. The first thing, Drew wants to start small. He teams up with the New Day in that from last week's showcase, that six man tag team match where Drew and the New Day teamed up against Butch, Sheamus, and Ridge Holland. And Drew, Drew and them won. No, yeah, but the as you see right here, um, Butch and them are a little bit upset and frustrated, as should be, but never know what they're gonna end. And this feud from them three are far from over. Drew gave a heartwarming speech that Big E has not been forgotten, and he gave Big E a big shout out. The New Day gave Drew another shout out. So the New Day and Drew are at good terms, so that's good to know. Also, too, Max Dupree keeps taunting Adam Pearce about he's gonna bring his male models to SmackDown, and Max Dupree has recruited and found one, and he'll be debuting him next week on SmackDown. We'll see on how that's gonna go down next week. Also, too, Shanky continues to dance and shake and dance. Jinder Mahal told Shanky, "Don't try to distract him." Shanky got a little bit too carried away and started dancing. I think Shanky kind of likes that girl, but I don't know what it's gonna lead to. But I know privately behind the scenes is just or an act, but who knows what this might go, what this might lead to going forward. Also, too, we just found out Natalia, and I knew she was gonna win. It was no question about it. Natalia picked up the win in the six-pack challenge. Natalia goes on and earns herself a future women's championship match against Ronda Rousey. I knew it was coming sooner rather than later. Natalia gets her chance, and Natalia now moves on to meet Ronda Rousey. I kind of looked at the follow up. I said, they're gonna have Natalia pick because they don't want Shayna and Ronda touch. They're gonna wait till down the road for them to battle each other. So you know how that be. So Ronda Rousey first challenger for her title will be Natalia Ford. Also too, um, Madcap Moss lost his suspenders and now he's no jokes or nothing like that. Madcap Moss went right after Baron Corbin. Corbin warned him that he was going to attack him. That's what Corbin had did last week. Madcap Moss, no suspenders, no that flim flam stuff. Madcap Mouse means business, and he means business in the worst degree. He took his attention, his frustrations out on Corbin. He was trying to do the same thing what Corbin did to him when Corbin did that devastating move. And many of you may remember what Corbin did. Corbin tried to set up Madcap Mouse in the worst way. Corbin tried to attack Madcap Mouse and try to take the man's neck out, not him speaking that much. Well, with the Andre Giant Memorial Trophy. Well, now Corbin got to pay the piper now. Corbin must go against Madcap Moss, and due to the fact, by per Adam Pearce, they will meet at Hell in a Cell this Sunday on pay-per-view. So you'll see that on Peacock. Madcap Moss thought he was gonna escape that one. Come on. And then too, we found out this too. Ricochet must defend his Intercontinental Championship against Gunther. Ricochet puts his title against Gunther. I feel like this is going to be Gunther's night next week. Gunther has been impressive, and Gunther will be making a statement next week on SmackDown when he takes the championship away from Ricochet, who's been on a mediocre role as Intercontinental Champion, but he hasn't gained no following. But I feel like the Intercontinental Championship will find a new home in the hands of Gunther next week on SmackDown. And I believe so that Gunther will become the next Intercontinental Champion and with domination. He's going to do those power bombs, and Ricochet's going to use that aerial effect, Arsenal effect, and we'll see. But I believe Gunther will become the new Intercontinental Champion going forward. So we'll see. Also, too, tag team action. You know as well as I do, the tag team championships was on the line as the Usos defend the tag team titles against Riddle and Nakamura. As you see right here, Riddle and Nakamura, you can tell Riddle and Nakamura wants the tag team titles badly than never before. Nakamura suffered an injury. I hope it ain't too bad, but Shinsuke was hurting on his foot. Riddle was almost close to winning the tag team titles for him and his newfound friend until he heard the music of Roman Reigns. Yes, Roman Reigns music, and many people was stunned like what was going on. Jay Uso capitalized on it. And when Jay did, they still won the tag. They still retained their tag team titles. But who and lo and behold was behind it? That's Riddle thought it was that was Roman Reigns. It was none other than Sami Zayn, who was back in the control room to just start messing around and help the Usos retain their tag team titles by doing what he did. And it was kind of real, messed up, but we'll see. But Sami Zayn making an enemy out of a lot of people, including Riddle, who got his hands on Sami Zayn for doing something real stupid. Sammy better realize what's going on. He's being used, but he don't realize to the fact that he think he's an honorary member. But we'll see on that how that's gonna go play out. Plus two, we told you next week. Lacey Evans returns to SmackDown. She should have been on SmackDown in the beginning. Lacey Evans was on SmackDown, then she moved to Raw, then she's back on SmackDown. They don't know what to do with her. Next week, she'll make her return back to the ring. We'll see what Lacey Evans has in store. We'll see that. Plus two, the Andre Giant, the Intercontinental Championship match. Ricochet, I predict will lose the title to Gunther. Believe me when I tell you, Gunther is prime and ready to become the next Intercontinental Champion. So that ends the SmackDown Ring Report. Tune in tomorrow for the Hell in a Cell. Predict the outcome. Once I predict for you, well, it'll be either this weekend, be Sunday at least. Rose versus Rollins 3. Who's gonna emerge victorious in Hell in a Cell? Something's got to give between them two, and we'll see this weekend for the Hell in a Cell predict the outcome special. So look for that coming out your way shorts this weekend. All right, that is the SmackDown Ring Report. Let's move forward. Let's move forward to the AEW Dynamite, the AEW Rampage Ring Report. As you see right here, CM Punk addresses the world, his world championship. He sent a tweet out earlier today stating what was going to happen with him after he showed this. I will be at AEW Rampage Live tonight in regards to an important announcement of the AEW World Title in my career. Please tune in. So everybody was wondering what CM Punk was talking about, and ended up CM Punk was talking about him having the match of his life this past Sunday at Double or Nothing, and he won the World Championship from Heyman Page. But CM Punk was a little bit coming to the ring, a little bit moving not the way he wanted to move. You can tell something was wrong. He was moving. He wasn't moving to the effect that you would think. Well, CM Punk announced that I told you earlier on the show that he relinquishing the championship. But Tony Khan said he's gonna stay AEW champion, but there will be an interim AEW champion, and we will have to wait and see what's going down. Now we know that there will be a battle royal for whoever the begin dynamite. So whoever wins the battle royal will go on to meet John Moxley, who's the number one contender for the AEW title, and they will meet at Forbidden Door. So it's a lot of man. I'm believing Jericho is going to be in this match some way, somehow win this battle royal. It just kind of makes sense. But Eddie Kingston or Daniel Bryan, one of them two. I believe Daniel Bryan should be the one to be challenging for the title, but we'll see. But CM Punk, as of right now, still AEW champion, but he won't be able to defend the championship the way he won. But Tony Khan told him that he's staying AEW champion, but he wanted to relinquish it, but it's just too much too soon. So he's still the champion for now, but it's just gonna be an interim champion and stuff. Speaking of that, the Young Bucks made their debut. The Young Not debut, but the Young Bucks made their California debut, returning home and got a crowd reception. They defeated Phoenix and Pentagon, and they did the most sick and dirtiest thing. They took Pentagon's mask off and exposed them, and they just worked on Phoenix and got the win with the buckshot, the kick, the little knee kick, and won the match. The Young Bucks consider themselves the greatest tag team of all time. They're one of the greatest. They're not the greatest. They got the like if you got to be the greatest, if you got to hold all the promotions championships, they haven't hold the WWE tag team titles. They got to go to WWE to do so, and they ain't make that move yet. So the Dudley Boys, the Legion of Doom, the Hardy Boys getting there. Just it. The Douglas, the Legion of Doom, and I guess the Usos and FTR are considered to me greatest tag team. You got to go to different promotions to get those belts. The Young Bucks got to do so too. When they have a falling out, they'll join Cody as well. So you know how that be going forward with that. Also, too, Athena made her debut. Athena looking impressive in her match against Kiera Hogan. Athena pick up a quick win that she wants. She makes her intentions known that she wants AEW TBS Women's Gold. Athena make quick short work of Kiera Hogan, and we'll see how far she'll go on that. Impressive. Also impressive to me, the team that should be the World Tag Team Champions, Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. I mean, they should be the tag team champions, but they won that match over Jobbers, which was a quick finish. So, you know how that be going forward with that. But Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs win their match. And two, Scorpio Sky defended his TNT championship against Dante Martin. Well, Scorpio Sky likes to call that championship Genie after the Lakers owner Jeannie Buss. So Jeannie Buss will Jeannie Buss will be that. So Scorpio Sky defending his championship. We want to see we get some new pictures of Scorpio Sky winning his championship. They're not showing new pictures. It's not. So hey, but Scorpio Sky won his some time. Um, we didn't have no pictures of it, but like I said, this is the official statement We're gonna load it up right now. We're gonna load it up right now to see the official statement. So maybe Scorpio Sky could be the next world champion. Here's the official statement from the AEW TV. Breaking news: an interim AEW World Champion will be crowned at Forbidden Door due to injury from CM Punk. So we kind of know CM Punk's still AEW champion, but it'll be an interim champion coming up at Forbidden Door. All right, that ends the AEW Ring Report. Let's move quickly. Let's move quickly to hot topics. All right, we know that Thunder Rose has been having some problems with AEW. He's saying that she's frustrated that AEW didn't put her in on segment. Thunder Rose, you're just the champion. I mean, you can't. I get you want to be seen. Well, she probably get more TV time since CM Punk ain't on TV. Or better yet, match for Jacob Freeman, MJF. Is he getting TV time? I don't know if it's a work or a shoot, but we'll see going forward. He could probably lay claim and win the title and take the belt hostage. We'll see. Also, too, Mike Cole celebrates 25 years in WWE. He started with none other than my mentor, James E. Cornette, Jim Cornette, and Mike Cole. Now, Mike Cole, 25 years later, with the partners he had, Jerry the King Lawler, Taz, Pat McAfee, Corey Graves. You just named Mike Cole has done it, but he gets you know what, S on for his announcing that he's a poor man's replacement of Jim Ross. So no, that be and stuff. Also too, regard to AEW news, Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti has are engaged to get married. So Sammy Guevara posed with Conti, his newly found fiance in Paris near the Eiffel Tower. Congratulations to Sammy and Ty on their engagement. Now, a lot of people are, saying crazy stuff, but you know how that be. Um, let's see. They're saying Big Cass left Impact Wrestling, so he's done with Impact Wrestling. There are many reports that he may head to WWE or AEW. So who knows? We'll see. Also, to our condolences to the mother of Brian Pillman Jr. His mother, Melanie, has passed away. Haven't been told what she passed away. She was the wife of Brian Pillman, and she did that infamous interview with Mr. McMahon when Brian Pillman had passed, and you can tell she wasn't in an emotional state at the time. But Melanie Pillman has passed away. Trying to see. Also, we're hearing some more. Joe's going to be starting a Twisted Metal and Peacock, so we'll see. More Joe said, I'm still not part of WWE. I'm somewhat part near WWE. But Twisted Metal, we'll see how that all goes down and stuff. Also, too, some fan wrote about MJF being Jacob Maxwell, and MJF got mad with that. His promo that night was so good. It was, I don't know why they're not paying him, but if I'm AEW, I'll put the belt on MJF and see how far that goes and see how that plays out. Plus, too, Death Before Dishonor, we've been told that a lot of the Ring Honor talent in late July will have to get back to do Death Before Dishonor for Ring Honor and stuff. All right, that's been all the matches and all the ring reports we have from Smackdown and AEW Rampage. As we found out that CM Punk has surrendered the championship, but he's still AEW champion for now. But there'll be a tournament there'll be a battle royal, then there'll be an interim champion coming up to be crowned. So we'll get to the latest details. So thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. The league with CM Punk giving his heartfelt message about regarding his world championship. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long. We'll see you next time for another edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. See you next week.